So I haven't made this video yet. I'm surprised. This year is my 5th year anniversary on YouTube. Um, I started back in 2017. I forget how old I was. I guess we'll start with my YouTube story in a minute, but I'm trying to figure out how old I was. 5 years. So I was about 14, because I'm 19 now. And I started reviewing movies. And I guess I should explain how I got into movies. So when I was a kid, I didn't have a normal childhood. And what I mean by that is um, I was in the hospital a lot because if you don't know, I'm a handicap amputee. So, and it was a rare kind of thing where eventually they did have to amputate my leg. And, that's kind of something I live with now. The reason I don't tell these stories in videos about this kind of stuff is not just because it's personal. I actually don't care about sharing it. What I do care about is when people show up to watch your videos because they're like, "Oh, I feel bad for you. Oh, that's so sad," and then they don't watch anything else. I want you to come to my channel because you like hearing my takes on books that I talk about, comics, um, movies, TV shows, or even just cool collectibles that I decide to show off from time to time. So I don't make videos about that. And I really don't like doing that because it feels like you get this pity party audience who is just there for you in that one video. It's like these people are just dumb. I don't like that kind of mentality, so I don't make videos like that. I've thought about it. I could get this channel thousands of views if I did one, probably. I'm probably over exaggerating, but I probably could get hundreds of views on a video, say with the title "How I Lost My Leg," whatever. But because of that, I when you're someone who is traveling from town to town, uh, you know, uh, to see doctors. You end up on your phone. You end up on a phone a lot. You end up listening to a lot of music because you're on long car trips. So that's how I became such a big fan of music as well, and why I collect CDs and records and all these things because I spent years and years in the car back and forth. I also watched a lot of movies. And when you're in a hospital and there's not a lot, you end up with the TV. One of the hospitals I specifically had, they had like a touchscreen TV with like tons and tons of movies. So that was kind of my life. And so I never really fit in either because, again, I didn't really have like a normal childhood in the sense of like this was my life, was being in and out of hospital rooms. I didn't go to school. I was actually homeschooled for quite a bit, things like that. So I was just home all the time. And it got to be, like, okay, so you have all this free time. What do you do? So I went to the movies. I went to go see a lot of movies. My great grandmother and my great uncle, who were very old at the time, my mom would take care of them and take them out to the movies. So I got to know family members that I wouldn't have gotten to know very well, but by going to the movies with them, and that's I have fond memories of seeing Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Monsters University with them and stuff. Just random movies. We went to dollar movies and things like that. So I've always been a big movie guy. I actually started collecting DVDs. A lot of the movies I own on Blu-ray or movies that I eventually upgraded to DVD, and a lot of them were like I remember I used to have like Shark Tale on DVD. Now I have it on Blu-ray. I don't know, but I started collecting VHS tapes because I would spend time at my grandparents out of town in the desert, and they had a lot of thrift shops, so I get all these VHS tapes, and I thought they were cool till I realized, hey, the quality's shit, and I got rid of those. But it's just fun. So these are kind of fun memories of where kind of my interest started. And I always said I wanted to make movies. I don't really feel that way anymore. And the reason why is on YouTube, I made a short film. That's not very good. Now, most people will tell you their first short film's not very good. But what I realize is this: I like watching and talking about movies. I don't necessarily like making movies, if that makes sense. And so it felt like something I wanted to do because I had this cool interest. but it's not really something I want to do. I could see myself being an actor maybe, but I don't even know if I want to do that. My career path is a little bit mixed at the point because I'm still young and trying to figure all that shit out. But you know, I'm just saying, like, this is where all that started, and I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years. And my first ever video, I forget what channel it was even on. I think you can still find this review. If someone finds this review, let me know. It's probably shit. Is a new I reviewed the Power Rangers movie in 2017. I remember I called my grandpa, who does not give a shit about Power Rangers. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I was like, "Hey, you, me, my cousins, I'm gonna save up $80. I'm gonna pay for all the food and all the tickets for Power Rangers." And I saved up $80, and then I realized, man, no one wants to go to that shit with me. So me and my dad just went to go see the movie, and I really, really loved that movie. I still own it. My original Blu-ray copy actually is down here. Where is it at? It's like buried in here. Is it buried in here? Okay. Here. It's the artwork's a little worn on it. I've only watched this like 4 times since I bought it. It's not a good movie. But yeah, I was a big fan of that movie, and I'm still mad we never got a sequel. I really do like that movie, though it's not as good as I hyped it up to be at the time. You know what really got me into that movie was Andre from Black Nerd Comedy. He was a big guy who got me into movies. He was doing a lot of movie reviews back then. He doesn't really do that anymore. I mean, he still reviews movies, but his commentary is so like dumb to me. Like when he's calling Jurassic, not like if you were viewing like Lion King 2019, the remake, and calling it a good movie, I don't really care what you have to say about movies. If you're reviewing Jurassic World movies and like not calling them out for the shit they are, I don't know. Like he reviewed Fallen Kingdom and gave it a good review. His commentary, I understand where he comes from. He's just a guy who enjoys movies, but I don't really like critics like that anymore. And if I want to listen to someone like that, I kind of want to listen to like a Jeremy Jahns type. So that's just me. But yeah, I also listen to a lot of critics on YouTube because I was a guy who basically for years, again, I had nothing to do but watch movies. I had nothing but free time. This is what I did. And I became really into movies, and those were my first reviews. I had no idea what I was doing. And I think over the years, I've definitely refined my style. Like, when you start out, you want to be the Chris Steckman guy. And I think everybody goes through a phrase like this. And what I mean by that is you see the biggest guy on YouTube reviewing movies, and you think, man, I want to do that too. And so that's what you do is you start reviewing movies, and you're copying someone else's style. And more you do it, the more and more you realize, shit, I can't do that. And so I figured out my format, and this is my format, and I will explain this for people who don't understand why my channel is called Chan's Movie Vlog Channel. It is a pretty simple name, but like, it's pretty self-explanatory. My name is Chandler. I review movies, and it's a channel. But the vlog part is the part I think a lot of people miss in my name. So I put the vlog part in there because at the time I was doing vlogs, but I kept it even though I quit doing that because of the fact that when I review movies, I review them off the cuff. So a lot of times it is me out of the theater. I finally get home. I sit down. I record. A lot of times when I watch movies at home or on streaming, it's literally me. After I turn off the movie, I sit down and record a video. Same thing with books. I finish reading the book. The moment I finish reading that last page, I immediately record a review. That is how I work. And so that's why my channel is called Vlogs. A lot of people will comment that I get details wrong or whatever. I don't really care. I'm not here to be your info source about movies. I'm just here to really talk about things I want to talk about. And if I mess up details, cool. Point them out to me. I don't really give a shit. You know, I'm a fan of these things. And so I like talking about things I like. And that's kind of where I'm at with this stuff. And I think that's something YouTube needs. We have those fandom menace geeks and gamers, bullshit people who are just negative about everything because they literally are gigantic pieces of shit human beings. Like, there's no way to sugarcoat that. They are shitty human beings for what they do on this platform. Um, it doesn't matter how nice they are in real life or whatever the shit. They are bad human beings in my eyes because of the shit that they do on this platform. And so, you know, I'm just saying, like, this is the things that I like to contribute into the world. Not always am I positive. I feel like over the years I've gotten a lot more positive about things than I used to be. I used to be a very negative person about movies. And I don't think that was unwarranted on some of the movies that it was put towards. Like, I really hated Batman vs. Superman, the Suicide Squad, things like that. But I have gotten less negative over time, and I've become more accepting of things, and I've also understood the process of filmmaking a lot more. So I've really grown as a critic and over time, and it's really got me to appreciate films. Also, the older I got, obviously, the more adult films I would watch. I used to not review rated R movies on this channel, and if I did, it was very rare. Well, that's because I live in a household where that was bad if I was young. And so, you remember I started at 14. But when I got to be 18, I kind of just grew my own independence and started watching movies whenever I want. So now I'm able to talk about things that, honestly, I wish I was able to talk about years ago. But, you know, whatever you're going to do. But I'm a huge movie guy. I'm a huge fan of all these things. And so, yeah, it's just really cool. So, yeah, that's just all I wanted to say about my YouTube story. I want to thank the people who have been here on this channel, watching me, new or old. I don't really give a shit. Thank you. I don't have a lot of subscribers for someone who's been on YouTube for 5 years. But the reality is my job was never here to get, like, a bunch of subscribers. I just want to talk about things I like. And I get a pretty decent amount of viewership on all my videos that I'm cool with. Would I enjoy more? Sure. Am I going to get more? I don't fucking know. I don't really care. I'm just here talking about what I love, what I like, and that's basically my story. The last thing I want to drop in this video is I am going to start using my second channel. Chan Talks More Movies is the name of the channel. And I'm using that channel more just because I've just realized there's so much content that comes out now. It is too hard to put it all on this channel. So what I'm going to do is all my haul videos, unboxings, and reviews. So all my unboxings are going to go over there. All my book reviews are probably going to move over there, except for the High Republic ones. And that's just because High Republic books I've started reviewing on this channel, and it'd be weird to move them now when I started reviewing them here. And then the last thing is, you know, and then some smaller reviews. Like, I'm going to be talking about Cars on the Run, that new series, or On the Road, or whatever the new Cars series on Disney Plus is. I'm going to talk about that, right? I'm not going to post it on this channel, things like that. That's what I want to do with this channel, is I want my second channel is just put out the reviews that are just overcrowding this channel. I think a lot of people are very irritated by how much I flood their inboxes. I'm really not trying to. It's just that I have a lot I want to talk about, and I have to put out videos by a certain date. So I just put things out, and I'm going to do a better job of that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, and thank you.